Hello and welcome. In Kenya, fresh horrors have emerged from the Shakaholo forest tragedy. Authorities exhumed 9 more bodies this week, suspected to be linked to the notorious starvation cult led by self-proclaimed Pastor Paul McKinsey. More than 400 bodies were uncovered in 2023 in what prosecutors call one of the worst cult-related mass deaths in modern history. 11 suspects are in custody as investigations continue following the recent disappearance of several children. Nigeria's anti-graft agency has deported dozens of foreigners, including 50 Chinese nationals, in a sweeping crackdown on what it calls one of the largest foreign-led cybercrime syndicates in the country's history. According to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, a total of 102 convicted foreign nationals have now been repatriated as part of an ongoing operation. The syndicate was busted during a sting operation in Lagos last Friday, with 192 foreigners arrested. Nigeria, long battling internet fraud and romance scams, saw cybercrime among the most reported offenses last year. In Nigeria's northeast, the military says it killed 35 jihadists in airstrikes near the Cameroonian border. The strikes thwarted an attempted assault on ground troops. Amid ongoing jihadist insurgency and widespread insecurity, a group of prominent Nigerians warned over the weekend that some regions are experiencing wartime level of slaughter, despite the country being officially at peace. It is 8:30 p.m. in Nairobi, Kenya, 6:30 p.m. in Lagos, Nigeria, and 1:30 p.m. in New York City. Wherever in the world you are joining us from, welcome to another episode of 90 Minutes Africa. My name is Rudolph Okonkwo. My co-host, Chido Onoma, is on assignment. Joining us on the show today are 2 distinguished leaders of the World Igbo Congress week, Dr. Festus Okere, Chairman, and Mr. Basil Onwukwe, Vice Chairman. They're joining us for a compelling conversation on the future of the Southeast and the enduring vision of Dr. M.I. Okpara. The World Igbo Congress, founded in 1994, is the umbrella organization representing the collective interests of Igbo people in the diaspora. WIC serves as a voice for advocacy, cultural preservation, and development partnership between Igbo communities abroad and those at home. Through its annual conventions, policy dialogues, and grassroots initiatives, WIC has been instrumental in shaping the narrative of Igbo identity and engagement on the global stage. Dr. Festus Okere, the current chairman of WIC, is a community leader with a long history of advocacy for diaspora empowerment, economic inclusion, and institutional capacity building for the Southeast. Mr. Basil Onwukwe, Vice Chairman of WIC, is an entrepreneur and strategist committed to mobilizing Igbo talents across the globe towards socioeconomic transformation, with particular focus on financial and cooperative institutions. During the program, they will highlight preparations for the upcoming WIC convention in Boston, where a historical milestone will be reached with the launch of the Igbo Credit Union in America, a groundbreaking initiative designed to foster financial empowerment and community development. Please join me in welcoming to the show Dr. Festus Okere, and Mr. Basil Onwukwe will join us later. Thank you so much for. Doc, thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Brother.
Welcome to the show. Oh, I can see Basil here too. Onwukwe, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Dr. Damages.
We were expecting you later on the show, but thank you so much for joining us. All right, let's start we normally start with the stories in the news. So we talked about a few things that are happening across Africa. In Nigeria, there is this fight against insurgency in the Northeast. And it's been of concern to a lot of people recently, considering the number of people who are dying. In some cases, the military will apologize that they killed people by accident. And it concerns human rights activists, and it should bother everybody anywhere in the world. And there is insurgency in the Southeast, and people are also worried about military activities there. So I want to get from two of you what you feel about the approach of the government in dealing with these issues of insurgency. Dr. Festus.
Thank you, Dr. Damages. Yeah, thank you, my brother, Dr. Damages. Thank you, viewers. We're happy to be here. Of course, the news actually is mind-boggling. Killing people and the military is actually not doing much as far as a lot of people know. The role of the government is to protect our people. And we have the news of all these people being killed day in, day out. It is very scary. It can stop the economic development of any nation when the life is not guaranteed. And it has all this social friction all over the place. So I think the military should do more. Be there, march them, stop them, get them out of the country so that there will be economic improvement and peace that is required for a nation to strive. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Festus. Basil, let me ask you, because people also know that there are military activities in the Southeast this time. People have talked about the way they humiliate people when they pass through military checkpoints. And people are worried about what happens when they are done with the Northeast. If they come to the Southeast with the equipment that they're using now, what happens? How are people going to react? What is your take on that?
Thank you, Dr. Damages, and thank you, my chairman, Dr. Festus. Whatever that is happening now is as a result of the insecurity. We have poor management of people's resources and wealth in Nigeria. And until such matters are taken good care of, I don't think there is any proper way to handle such development than to allow the system to work and make life meaningful to those who are aspiring to meet their life obligations. So until such security is granted, there will be no possible way of having security for the people. Thank you. All
right. Thank you so much, gentlemen. So we are going to break this down into two different segments. So we're going to talk about WIC, what WIC is doing, the goal and the mission. And we're going to talk about the situation in the Southeast in general. When we talk about the situation in the Southeast, it's not just about the insecurity. We're also going to talk about the advancement, the improvement done by leaders in the Southeast. And where they're lacking, we're also going to talk about that. So we're going to begin the conversation by getting you a view about the state of the country as a whole before we zero in on the Southeast. So let me ask you, Dr. Festus, when you look at the country as we approach 2027, what do you think is the state of things? Why are you concerned about the state of the political state of things in the country as we approach 2027?
Of course, the situation remains worrisome. Worrisome in the sense that we have leaders, unfortunately, who want people to serve them instead of them serving the people. There is this mismanagement of the economy, as we know. People are selfish. They are misappropriating priorities. So one expects them to make changes. We've been listening to those people who want to continue leading Nigeria ad infinitum. I don't know what else they want to do that they have not been able to do in the past. But I pray that they will let maybe better hands and people-oriented men with capacity to take over the leadership so that Nigeria will remain the giant of Africa. The insecurity must be tackled so that there will be better playing field for everybody to participate, especially those who actually are known for their resilience in creating development. And that may bring us, whenever you want, to the visions of Michael Okpara. We lack those kind of leaders. We must go back to the basics. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Festus. Basil, let's talk about the 2027. It's something that is hitting up the political scene with P2B and all the other candidates trying to angle for positions. What do you make of how things are going?
Yes, like my chairman pointed out, there is no other way we can see progress in Nigeria until leaders of proper and appropriate intellect assume the position of authority, because where that is going is what nobody can say. But I am so ashamed of what we are seeing so far. They are thinking about forming a coalition to unseat a failed system. In a normal system or a normal governance where people know what they need, there won't be any need for coalition to do the right thing. They only wake up and say, this is wrong, this is wrong. How can we get it right? This is how we can get it right. Okay, if the person sitting on that position cannot guarantee or show sign of improvement, what on earth do they want to consider joining forces? All they must agree is to get him out of the place. And until such development or such will authority can be guaranteed in the system, there is no way they can progress. There's no way anything can be of a good plan for them. That is my belief. And that is what I strongly stand at until they put round hole to round peg and square peg to square hole. Other than that, there is no need wasting time and thinking that things can work by itself.
Those who look at the Southeast, they always think about how do we hold our own people accountable, the people who lead the Southeast, before we point fingers at others and things that they are doing to us. I want to know if two of you have articulated or have a way that people like us, especially people abroad, who are not dependent on them to take care of their day-to-day living, how they will be able to hold the people in power, from governors to senators to members of the House of Rep, even the people at the local government level, hold them accountable. Do you have any idea on how we should do that, Dr. Festus?
In the first place, my brother, people deserve whatever they choose. The best way is to allow people to choose their leaders. If you choose your leaders, them, like I said earlier, if these leaders are there with the worst crime that I call impunity, and you cannot do anything about it, nothing will change. So the best thing is to actually allow people to elect their representatives, those who will be able to recognize that when one person is crying, everybody's crying. The current leaders we have, most likely not all of them, could care less. So what we have to do is to let people know, give them moral education. Let them know that if they are hurting, they cannot just keep quiet and think that things will change overnight. It just cannot change. You have to actually take the bulls by the horns. No fighting, no quarreling, but sincerely be disciplined enough to say John Doe is the person we want. And when that happens, I think we will begin to see progress.
Basil, thank you so much, Chairman. Basil,
so that's exactly what I'm talking about. The insecurity.
Okay, sorry, Chairman. I thought you were done. Finish your thoughts.
Well, you have to be alive in order to think about tomorrow, what next you can do. So what we expect the leaders in Nigeria, be in the Southeast or anywhere, is to fight to make sure that people are alive. Secure the place. If you don't have security, it's when you're alive that you will think about what you're going to do tomorrow. So that's the number one expectation. Then infrastructure and the whole 9 yards. We'll talk about it when we still go back to MY Okpara's legacy.
Yes, we are going to talk about insecurity. But Basil, let me ask you the same question. But thinking about the people like governors currently, you can say that there are a few of them that we can say that people elected them. They were not imposed. But do you think that has helped in terms of holding them to account, in terms of what they do with the money and what they do with resources?
Dr. Damages, I know you are good in the development over there. I can tell you that when you can only be able to analyze or determine what people do if you have the same statistics of what they are being made to see or handle, to make a decision on that. But from what we have seen so far, we don't know what they are saying. And honestly, we can't determine what information they are getting. If they are in different world, working in a different environment. If they are seeing what we are seeing, I think they will be in a position to know that things are not working right with them. Okay? From what we are seeing from being outside the government of their states, we can see that they are not reflecting the will of the people. And we begin to wonder what is happening. Are they in a different world, working for different people? Or are they seeing what we are seeing? Because what we are seeing is not good. And until that which we know that is good is being felt by everyone, I think they are all of a good failure in my own, estimate of what we are seeing from the outside of the government.
All right, let me play a video. This was from the 1960s. This is from 1969, I believe. And then I'll come back to you guys and get your take on how far we've come.
You are holding the conference. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the main purpose of this press conference is to announce my impending visit to Nigeria to make further confirmation that the Igbo and non-Igbo people now living outside of what is left of former Eastern Nigeria, that is Biafra, are safe and secure in their persons and property. I already believe this to be the case, judging from the unimpeachable evidence adduced by some distinguished international observers. The secondary reason is to outline my impressions after a brief visit to Nigeria and Liberia. From my limited observation, I am convinced that the right atmosphere now exists for the negotiation of a just and honorable settlement, provided that Nigeria continues to ensure the safety of the persons and property of Biafrans as citizens of one united country, where all its nationals shall be treated as social equals without any discrimination, and where there shall be equality of opportunity for all citizens and inhabitants. There is no tangible reason for the civil war to continue one day longer. Having exchanged views with General Gowon and President Tubman in Monrovia, I am convinced that Nigeria is ready to welcome back into the Federation the Igbo and non-Igbo elements who had been fighting against their motherland.
All right, that was Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. I just saw this video yesterday. I was totally unaware of that, but it made me think 56 years ago, he was speaking in London, and 56 years after, when someone like a leader like you, Dr. Festus and Basil, you are someone like Zeke now, and looking at the country. If you make a speech, you could be talking like him about the same issues. Where do you think we should be 50 years from now? Are we going to be saying the same thing? Dr. Festus.
Thank you, Dr. Damages. Thank you very much. The Zeke of Africa had the penchant for unity all his life in Nigeria. From what he has said, the question is, have the Igbos been welcomed back to Nigeria? He said with what he noticed, it's better to welcome the Igbos to be welcomed back. Ask yourself, have they been welcomed back? I believe that for Nigeria to succeed, tribalism must die. I'm from the north, I'm from the south. I mean, that unfortunate hatred must die. Thank God the Igbos are very resilient. They are enterprising. Everybody knows that Nigeria today is what it is because of the efforts from people like Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. I am hoping that they will continue to find a way to promote unity, equal justice, fairness. Igbos have actually done the more than any other tribe in Nigeria. The fact that there's this unnecessary hatred and suspicion because of people's talent should cease to exist. We are watching. Igbo man, of course, has this natural strength to be the best he can be. I don't think anybody can stop that. We are Nigerians. We brought Nigeria to become what it is. We're not going anywhere. Let peace strive. The message here, again, I repeat, is let there be level playing field. we will continue to do the best we can for everybody to grow by the capacity they have. There's nothing anybody can do about it. Let the tribe die so that Nigeria will grow. Thank you.
All right. Basil, what do you make of where we are and where we are going, or where we came from?
I think my chairman has answered it all. Igbo man does not have any problem with doing the right thing. And the people who are sponsoring them not to give Igbo man his place in the fold of Nigerian activity, or in the state called Nigeria, is because they know that Igbo man comes, things will work right. You know, we are not different from every other region, but one thing that is only can be assured is that we want it right. It is in our DNA. It is a natural given belief in us that we want the best of humanity. And until things are done right, they will always know that Igbo man is not given the position of authority. And they know it, and we don't want to be contesting any matter about that. And if they want us to leave, there is no need wasting our time. There is no need wasting our time. Otherwise, we are able to do what is right, and Igbo people are ready. Thank you.
All right, let's listen to a little bit of the video of M.I. Okpara, the late Premier of Eastern Region, and we zero in on his vision for the Southeast and why it has been difficult to implement with the leaders that we have currently. Let's watch a little bit of this.
In the early days of Nigeria's existence as an independent country, some persons dedicated themselves wholly to the development of the country from their respective domains. One of such persons was the man known as Dr. Basil Okpara. Okpara was the premier of the Eastern region of Nigeria. At that time, Nigeria was divided into 3 regions, and later divided into 4 regions. The 3 regions were Eastern region, the Western region, and the Northern region, and the 4th region was the Midwestern region. The heads of these regions were addressed as premiers, a position that was equivalent to today's governors. The Eastern region then was made up of all the states in Igbo land and all the states in today's South-South region. Okpara was the man in charge of this vast area. He distinguished himself in leadership and made giant strides in development. In this edition of Back in History, we presented the story of Dr. Basil Okpara, the last premier of the now defunct Eastern region of Nigeria. Welcome to this edition of Back in History.
All right, Dr. Festus, what was Dr. Michael Okpara? What did he do? Why was he so special?
This is a very important question. As God would have it, Dr. Michael Okpara was a necessary leader for the Eastern region, and in fact, Nigeria as a whole, if not the entire world. This Okpara was very transformative, was very good in economic development. In fact, that period was the period of the golden time when he was nicknamed the Golden Premier. Dr. Michael Okpara was a leader so disciplined, with humility, frugality, and the ambition to make life better for everybody. He started with this self-reliance with agrarian industrialization, making sure like what our man, our brother, that they have refused to give a chance, P2B. His Excellency, who says there should be production then to consumption, not consumption but production. But I found out that the best thing to do was for everybody to be self-sufficient. He created a better field for industrialization in Alibo. Everybody was employed. Everybody was involved in agricultural development. Modernization was at its peak because he did not work for himself, he worked for the people. He did not build skyscrapers for himself. He had everybody involved into finding something to do at any given time for self-sufficiency. You see things to do with humility, education. Regional pride was at its best during his time. He believes in working hard to produce what you can produce and then export what you can export. He was a developmental visionary. Agriculture and industry was so rampant that he realized that people without education cannot sustain economic freedom. That's what we are lacking. People should be able to follow the footsteps of Okpara. His philosophy, encouragement of Akurulo, for us to invest even in our homelands. We were talking about Nigeria, of course, whether they have actually brought Ndibo back. No, there's nothing to show for it. During the time of Okpara, palm oil was palm products were exported the best in. I mean, who were the best in bringing the significant foreign exchange through the palm oil we were exporting. The world knew about Igbo land as the most developing region in the world during Okpara's time. It was the war that interrupted that. But I believe that inspiring trust and collective discipline and frugality, there will be efficiency. If Nigeria doesn't want Ndibo, actually, we have a lot of Okparas. There should be a level playing field to follow the footsteps of people like Okpara, who had a model of accountable governance. I don't want to stay here to tell you what Nigeria has been missing by not allowing Igbo man the rightful position. Look at the injustice. How many Igbos are in position of power where they are ministers or in the so-called decision-making process? No. The same tribal sentiment that is making us not to progress. Dr. Okpara encouraged Ndibo to bring Igbo to home. We will do so. We will do so, and then the social development, we will take care of it. Let Nigeria know that they can't stop Ndibo from developing. Even Okpara did it, and we will continue to do it. And we'll do it as soon as Nigeria actually doesn't want us. We will buy our local products. We will try to make sure that there is nationalistic attitude from Okpara's history. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Dr. Festus. Basil, Okpara was 39 when he was the premier of the Eastern region. 39. All the governors we have today in the Southeast, they are over 39. What happened? Why is it that we haven't been able to produce some leaders like him?
It's very simple. Okpara was a leader of the nation, because then it's what you can show, what you can do would propel you to any leadership recognitions. And he went into governance as a poor person because he believed, like every majority of Igbo people believe one thing, that public money should be used for public service. That's why he went into governance, into leadership as a poor Igbo man and came out as a poor Igbo man. Okay? He did not go there to enrich himself. And one of the things, he took the mantle of leadership by ensuring that we have security, equity, and justice. And for the reason that the country keep putting these things down, they say righteous exhausts a nation. And Igbo man or Igbo people believe in that. That's part of our culture. Okay? But don't bother about how they have bastardized our leadership this time around, because they tried to impose leadership on Igbo people, and at the same time they promised them in order not to deliver to Igbo people. We know all this. We are privy to some of the happenings, but be it as it may, we want to come back to a more Okpara style of leadership. That is why we believe that we don't need anybody than ourselves utilizing what we are naturally meant to be as a group of people. And they say anytime you wake up is your day. We are actually going to start leadership in a way that people already know is inherent in us. And we are not going to start by. Thank you.
All right, thank you. We are going to take 3 minutes break. When we come back, we talk about WIC, what it's doing, what it has been doing, and the goal that you have for the upcoming convention in Boston. Let's take a few minutes break, 3 minutes, and we'll be right back.
High life battle. High life battle. Wish. All right, CJ, let me hear you now. Ladies and gentlemen, CJ swings. CJ don't lead them now. I talk about CJ Entertainment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's listen to legit swings. Legit swings, legit swings. Hey, listen up, one time. gentlemen, we're still on doing these ones. Wait, beats. Hey. Don't forget I say this highlight battle. All right, now listen to me. Only one big CJ. Let me hear you now. CJ.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We are having a conversation with the World Igbo Congress chairman, Dr. Festus Okere, and the vice chairman, Mr. Basil Onwukwe. So we are talking about World Igbo Congress. I started attending the convention from 1997, I believe, the New York Convention, and all the way to the 2000s. And I know that in several of those conventions I attended, there were several proposals put out. There was one year, I don't remember whether it was New Orleans or one place, where a group of doctors came up with a proposal to build hospitals, kind of a teaching hospital. These are doctors based in America, build a teaching hospital in somewhere in the Southeast. And they talked about the challenges they had. Even at the first one I attended, New York Convention, there was an engineer from Boston who came and said he was the engineer in charge of the Big Dig, then was under construction. I say this to say that there have been several proposals that were presented at these conventions. So let's start by hearing from you, Dr. Festus. I know you've been around from the time JOC Okeke, I think Dr. Okeke was the founding leader of WIC. You've been around and you know what happened. What happened?
Dr. Damages, thank you very much. You know, it is very annoying, disappointing if I have someday to go to run marathon, 4 meters, 100 meters for you. Your aim is for the person to win gold. But if the person stops by the way, without getting to the end of the race, there may be reasons for that. But the bottom line is you're going to lose. You won't win anything. World Igbo Congress, as you know, has this responsibility to promote progress in Igbo. But the situation in Nigeria today is not as we had it during the Muawara's time, when there was discipline and the incorruptibility and the collective ownership of things, and people trusted everybody, especially those who lived modestly, reinventing public funds into visible projects. The plans that WIC has, especially that time you mentioned, you talked about the Hospital of Excellence we tried to build. When leadership changed, there was nothing anybody could do. You start something, they change leadership, they do their own thing. It frustrates those who are willing to do things. Our position here includes making sure that there's adequate advancement and welfare of our people. WIC has been in existence for 30-something years. We had ups and downs, but one good thing is that WIC is still in existence today. The current leadership, standing on the shoulders of our former leaders, are determined to make all the changes you can think of, because we've been able to learn from our mistakes. Those who believe will definitely get things done. When we get to this convention next week, we will follow up from some of the plans we passed when we were in Albuquerque last year. Instead of going through all the programs, we will zero in to something that will give us economic advancement and viability. Today is embarking on Federal Credit Union. We want to have that bank member-owned. It's a non-profit member-owned financial cooperative. It will be chartered and regulated by the bodies, NCUA. Just like your traditional bank, this is owned by us. You will have a lot of earnings returned to members through lower risk. There are all kinds of advantages in it. Our people are determined to have this project done. And it's going to be done. We cannot continue to wait for anybody to do things for us when we can do things for ourselves. Do you know how much we remit back to the country annually? Let us now get together and get things done. People are committed. Arrangements have been made. People will see that WIC actually will complete this particular project. Regardless of the obstacles they have at home, we will get this done. So, I want people to come to Boston and listen to what we are going to do, see the kind of people who have lined up to promote this particular project. And it's going to be done. The other things we are doing, we're looking into all these issues of lack of unity in Igbo. Is common in most tribes too. But what has happened to Njikoka? What happened to Igbo wicked type of things? This WIC is completely determined this time around to make changes. Please, Dr. Damages, we want to see you there. And those of you who are listening, come and join us to promote the development of Igbo, which, of course, Nigeria will also benefit, because we believe in promoting harmony and peaceful coexistence, but ours must be ours. This is the time for us to show what we are made of, full of enterprise, full of energy. Who is involved? Please don't be left out.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Festus. Basil, we come back to the bank and conversation about the nature of the bank. But I want to ask you, I believe that World Igbo Congress was mirrored like World Jewish Congress, which was started in 1936. That was when they started World Jewish Congress. And it has political wing, it has a think tank. They deal with several issues concerning the Jewish people around the world. It's not just about having a yearly convention. So for instance, they are the people who are, of course, they support the state of Israel. They try to promote Holocaust remembrance. That's one of their missions. They fight for restitution of Jewish assets that were seized during the Second World War by the Nazi. They want and they support the prosecution of Nazi criminals, war criminals. They fight anti-Semites. They promote Jewish and Christian dialogue. Will you say that World Igbo Congress has established branches and groups that are doing specific things, not just having conventions and promoting maybe projects here and there? Are there constant goals that, irrespective of, because the chairman just mentioned that when there's a change in administration, people abandon some projects and continue in their own direction. But if there are specific goals set up and people pursuing them, irrespective of who is leading the organization, that will continue, that will have been a way to achieve some of these things. And there are many, many areas that could be put out there and have people be working on them permanently. If you talk about the issues of abandoned properties, for instance, there are many things that we could set up and be doing constantly because there are work to be done. But I don't think, is it something that is an oversight, or is something like that in place?
Thank you, Dr. Damages. Like so many people might not know, World Igbo Congress is like an institution, okay? Though the chairman was emphasizing on changing of tactics, by new leaders or something like that, but it was not, we have specific goals. Like you said, the Jewish community do. In our own case, we have the life and property protection of Igbo man, wherever they might be, is our goal. Okay, and it's true that we don't come advertising which role, which department, or which area that we are pursuing at any particular time. But this specific goal of protection of life and property, like the Jewish community do, is what we are meant to protect. And that is what we really champion as an advocacy group for Igbo people. And we cannot relent on that. And though our speed might differ, how we pursue them, but that does not mean that we differ in making sure that those areas. But one major thing we have always been constrained in majority of the time is our inability to get the resources that requires to pursue these things. To is like you cannot you cannot base your survival on people's contribution whenever they want or however they want. We are really going to take the bull by the horn by taking this particular financial establishment as our major base in tackling some of these things. But we have not differed in the way we pursue them, because though people might not see it the way they're supposed to see the development on this aspect of life and property protection because of the area of constraints. But that notwithstanding, they said when we wake up is our own morning, and we have come to the point that let the bygone be bygone. We must face forward and pursue relentlessly the things that people will know that people that knows what to do, or people who knows where they're coming from, are now in the place of doing them. Thank you so much.
All right. We are going to let people in to join us in the conversation in a few minutes, but I have two more questions to really get to that. Let me stay with you, Basil, and I want to ask you about this. In Ghana recently, there was this Nigeria Must Go campaign that started there, and they narrowed down to Igbo people. And it's connected to this idea that there was an Igbo, Ezigbo, the king of Igbo people in Ghana. it's not the first place, and it's not the first time that Igbo people were targeted. Not just Nigerians alone, but So what is it about this idea of Ezigbo outside of Igbo land? How did that start? And what is the position of WIC? Did WIC weigh in? Because this is your territory. When you talk about Igbos in the diaspora, Igbo person in Ghana, if anything is happening to them, I thought that WIC would be the one that will say, okay, these are my people. We have to do something. I don't know. Maybe WIC weighed in. What did WIC do? What do you think about this idea of Ezigbo outside of Igbo land?
Yeah, Dr. Damages, thank you for that question. You will agree with me that we are facing series of threats, both home and abroad, as Igbo people. Threat in our culture, or threats to our culture and our tradition. We don't harm anybody. We always go to a state or a region to develop it because we like good things. Okay? We tend to make something out of nothing because of our nature. We cherish life. We love living. Okay? There is this tendency that not everybody would love that. So when we take to such areas and we develop things, our people like to give honor to whom honor is due. They give this recognition that, oh, this is our man because he is doing the right thing for us here, or he has called us, or he has gathered us. We tend to do that, but that is not a threat to their community or a threat to them. But they see it as a threat. They see it as something they would want to stop. It is our natural way of living. And it's a pity that this always bring an attack, fear, threat to the community that we have come to stay with. But that notwithstanding, we want to come to a point where we'll be able to have the ability to act as an ambassadorial authority to our people wherever they are, however they want us to reach out to them. But that cannot come while people are running away from helping us. That will not come where people are only interested in what they get, not giving us what can arm us to do some of these things. And we are starting very, very well to make sure that we have the ability to extend our tentacle of protection, tentacle of activity of caring for our people wherever they are. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Chairman, the same question. I wanted to know, did WIC react to that situation in Ghana? And also, if you think about it, if you go to Malaysia, go to Philippines, there are a lot of our people in distress. And sometimes they count on the Nigerian government to assist. And most of the time, the Nigerian government may not do enough. And I'm wondering, and a lot of people are wondering, is that within the area where the WIC will do something, even if it's just a press statement, put pressure on relevant authorities, point things that are not being pointed out by anybody. What is the policy?
Thank you very much, Dr. Damages. This misunderstanding and the backlash, the protests by foreign hosts, thinking that are challenging their sovereignty, should never be allowed. Allowed in the sense that the influence they think we have over their lands It's not the case. We are rather developing their places. That resentment is not really by everybody in the, like Ghana, for instance. It's not everybody there that is demonstrating against Ndibo and the self-styled Ezigbo titles. We have Council of Traditional Rulers who are very peace-loving people. Wherever they go, they develop. They even employ them. We are very friendly. It is in our DNA, it's in our culture. We enjoy what we have achieved. And we create peace and joy. But that does not mean that people should continue to probably bastardize that title. For you to be king of the Igbos, you must earn it. It's not something to be braggadocious about and show off. But I'm not happy. World Igbo Congress is not happy that our brothers, even the Ghanaians, are demonstrating against our people, creating some backlash. Is uncalled for. We should unite. We should be brothers and be our brothers' keepers. This envy and jealousy by some other people, maybe from Nigeria, trying to create dismemberment, trying to create controversies all over the place against Ndibo, will not stop Ndibo from struggling to survive and create better lives for their people. I am advising that they should understand our culture, the way we behave. Let them not misrepresent our culture. The xenophobia and all these Igbo must go, Nigeria must go. By the way, you have noticed that anything bad done by anybody from Nigeria, those people claim to be Igbos when they are not. I talked to somebody who is in Ghana. Some other guys who are not Igbos living in Ghana claim to be Igbos, causing problems all over the place. The best thing is for people to understand where we're coming from.
How we
advantage, not
Chairman, how will they do that? What's the role of WIC? Because I've had people tell me that it's misunderstanding, that they don't understand, that they take Eze, kingship, the way they see it in their own tradition, that this is a sovereign authority within their territory. It's about understanding. But what is the role of WIC in making sure that people understand the Igbo wherever they are, wherever there is this kind of issue? Because it's not going to, understanding will not come from nowhere. Someone has to make people understand.
You're right.
Basil, you can go ahead and see if you can answer that.
Yeah, I think, like I said,
okay, the thing is, are you asking me?
Let me hear from Basil, then I'll come back to you.
Okay, no problem.
Oh, okay. If my chairman want to brush it up, I think he can, because he knows what to do and how we can go about it. I think let my chairman conclude.
Okay, Chairman, go ahead.
Okay, there's nothing. It's not a big deal. We have conferences. We have platforms where we talk. We have told our people to slow down. If you go to John Doe's place, and John Doe doesn't like you to wear your cap, for instance, let him understand that wearing your cap has nothing to do with why he is there. It does not affect his rights whatsoever. Let there be education, let there be understanding, let them follow the pattern. These traditional rulers have never caused war. They've never fought against the government. They've never discriminated against anybody. It is just our way of life. So our people are being told to, tune it down, don't cause problems. Let them understand where you are coming from. You are not coming to take their thrones from them. If they get that simple understanding, things will be easier. It's my understanding also that our woman, Bianca Ojukwu, the minister, went there and had a meeting with the Ghana counterpart. Everything was roses. They got understanding. So it be the role of the natives also, who are even too friendly with our people as well, the right people. The people who are causing the problems are few. We, from the World Igbo Congress perspective and leadership, will always let our people learn from mistakes. All the misunderstandings going on, they should be careful to making sure that people know where they're coming from in what they do. I don't think there's any problem. And I will advise also, you don't have to go and show off, wear red cap when you are not entitled to it. There's nothing wrong with letting people know that that's not the way you show your wealth. Okay?
All right.
Thank
Basil.
Yes.
I wanted to know, well, I'm rounding up because we have to get our people involved in the conversation. I wanted to know, there are people all over the world who are doing, Black people all over the world, who are doing their DNA, and they are locating their ancestors. And most of them are seeing that they came from the Southeast. There are people from Haiti, from Jamaica, and you see them online and they want to reconnect with people in the Southeast. Is this something within is World Igbo Congress looking into this as an opportunity to expand the reach of the organization, connect with people who were descendants of people enslaved out of the Southeast? What is being done along that line? Because it's a source of resources and support and expansion and strength that I don't know if it's being explored.
Yes, that's a good question. And it's been explored because we need people who can be identified with us, especially when we are passing through so much misunderstanding from our neighboring area of abroad. Sometimes you could know in Nigeria or outside Nigeria, World Igbo Congress is the apex governing body of Igbo people outside Nigeria, and we have affiliate division, or say organizations, those who affiliate to us from different, even Ghana. It's only of recent that their representation to World Igbo Congress has not been seen. Usually during the first period of this organization, we had affiliate governing body from Ghana, South Africa. Now we still have in South Africa anyway, Europe, all Asian countries. So this body is so big that it will be able to have easier assimilation of people from different areas of the world, and from that, whatever services and potentials they have that will be an addition to us will be harnessed, and that is our goal, and that I believe will be achievable when we start operating the way people would be glad that we are doing.
All right, thank you, Basil. Chairman, he just mentioned affiliation with other organizations, and it made me think about IPOB. What's the relationship between World Igbo Congress and IPOB, or even with Ohaneze? How is that going? And is there any stand? I don't know the current position of World Igbo Congress on Nnamdi Kanu. Chairman, that's for you.
Dr. Damages, the last part of your question I didn't get it because it's.
Okay, I said,
Are
is
you
there any
hearing me?
relationship between the World Igbo Congress and IPOB?
I'm not hearing you.
You're not hearing
World
me?
Igbo Congress and the IPOB and all that. Is that what you
Yeah,
asked?
and the position on Nnamdi Kanu or what is going through.
Okay, maybe I have to answer about Nnamdi Kanu and what he's going through. As you know, the greatest slap Ndibo have gotten from Nigerian government is the incarceration of Nnamdi Kanu. WIC has actually written President Tinubu directly. WIC has posted a lot of positional status of our belief about Nnamdi Kanu's incarceration that is really tribally driven. We must continue to insist that justice must be done. Nnamdi Kanu needs to be released. I don't want to warn anybody. If Nnamdi Kanu dies in jail, only God knows what will happen. We cannot continue to fold our hands. We believe that the leader, the current president, who has this record of activism, should actually politically have Nnamdi Kanu freed, just like they have done to other Nigerians that are not Igbos. So we seriously believe that Nnamdi Kanu being held is a challenge against all the Igbos. There should be no excuse for letting Nnamdi Kanu remain in jail for a crime that he did not commit. Every court within Nigeria and outside Nigeria ruled that this rendition was illegal. Please have Nnamdi Kanu released. Now, when you talk about IPOB and every other organization, there's freedom of organization. Anybody can form any organization within the legal framework. WIC does not control formation of organizations. They can form any organization they want and fight for a just cause. I'm not sure what do you feel about IPOB, what do you feel about anything. I can ask you what do you feel about the S. So the bottom line is, if IPOB is doing something that they have the natural right, something that is not illegal, like self-determination is not illegal, we believe. It depends on the way people go about. Association is a choice of any group. But the bottom line here is whoever is agitating, whoever is not happy about Nnamdi Kanu remaining in jail has the support of Ndibo.
All right, thank you.
Nnamdi Kanu needs to be released. If IPOB has a way of championing that, IPOB has the right to do whatever they want with. They can do whatever they want. It's my understanding that they are not even a terrorist group, as people claimed. So thank you.
All right, thank you. My last question for you, Basil, is connected to that. You can add anything you want to add to what the chairman said.
Are you?
That's for Basil. The last question from me before we bring in everybody who is in the studio. The last time Nnamdi was here, I believe he attended a World Igbo Congress convention in California. I don't know if you were there, if you met him, but I'm sure if he comes out, let's say you meet him and when he's out, and he will say, "What did WIC do for me when I was locked up?" That would be a common question he will be asking people in leadership position, Igbo people. What will you say to him?
No, I don't think he will ask that question because he knows what, even where
By the
he
way,
is.
oh, sorry.
Chairman, can I say something now?
Yeah, go ahead, continue.
Okay. So even when he comes out, he will not ask that question because he knows what
I don't know why the thing is not echoing right. He asked what you're going to tell Nandikano, right? When he comes out.
Yes, it's for Basil. But I think I'm hearing well. I'm hearing it well. I don't know about you. Maybe there is echo from your end. Do you have? Are you watching it on YouTube too? If you are just listening in, you should be able to. Or you can mute yourself. Let's hear from Basil. After that, you can then talk if you have something to add. Chairman.
I haven't said anything to your question. I haven't. Sorry.
It's for Basil.
You said when you asked what he will.
Yeah, it's for Basil. I'm asking Basil to
okay, that's why I've not said anything. And Basil has answered that Nandikano will not ask that kind of question, and I concur.
Yeah. Okay, but he has not finished. Let's hear Basil finish up your answer.
Yeah. The reason that he knows that we have not kept quiet, and if one of those people that are making sure that what threats they did President Buhari said didn't come true, or whether he said it officially, or he was alleged to have said that he would die in the place gradually. And I don't know where he passed that information to, or who he must have passed that information to. We are waiting. He has won all the cases. We are waiting. You know, to some extent, we are asking them to do justice by releasing him and obeying their own court orders. By releasing him. You know, this gentleman started demanding equal rights for Igbo people, demanding that you let us go if you don't let us be part of the system. And they made us to believe that he's fake, he's doing this, he's a gang up with criminals. A whole lot of people called him all sorts of names, but he has proved them wrong, because it is now alleged that they wanted to get him settled, like they do every one of that raised his hand. Please settle me, and I will keep quiet. He refused. He said, "Let my people have a good lease of life. Give us what you have given to others." And they are telling us that they will hold him there to die gradually. I don't think they are thinking right. And it's something that is hurting us. It's something that is hurting every woman. And whoever refuses to be hurt does not see that what he is agitating for is the right thing. We need a good, fair justice to every one of us. Okay? All
right. Chairman, you want to add something before we go to the audience?
Yes. Well, there's nothing to add other than I want to reiterate my call to His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, World Igbo Congress is joining the world to appeal to him to release Madam Nnamdi Kanu. He is innocent. He is unlawfully renditioned. Tinubu has this freedom. When we know him as a freedom fighter for democracy. Releasing Nnamdi Kanu will create a cemented history of peace. Nigeria should embrace equity, justice, fairness. For free peace to reign, there should be a sense of inclusion. There should be no discrimination. Nnamdi Kanu needs to be released. We is focused on protecting and promoting Igbo interests. We will collaborate with the people at home. We are not happy that Nnamdi Kanu remains in jail for nothing because his name is Nnamdi. We leave it that way and hope that the president has resolved to do what they did for other people who did even more than whatever they alleged against Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let's go in and get some comments and questions from our audience. If you are in the studio, please turn on your camera if you want us to bring you in. We give you just one question, please. Don't go beyond one so that we can get as many people as possible involved in the conversation. Let me start with you, Osor here. Welcome to the show.
Dr. Damages, thank you so much for calling me up. Everybody can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Thank you so much. And always, this is University of Dr. Damages. It's where we learn so much every day. We learn everything. I want to be quick. Like Dr. Damages said earlier, me and him, we've been following Week since 1997. And we had a fight in New Jersey, 2004. That's when we broke it in half because of corruption. And corruption that was then in the leadership. So we broke it in New Jersey. So now it's reconstituted. And we hope that this is a new week. It's not the same week of the past, that all they fight for to be president or chairman of week was how to go and drink tea with the corrupt governors in Nigeria, instead of standing up and fighting for what we believe in and what Igbo people want. Right now, a lot of things are going on in Igbo land. Houses are being bombed, people are being killed, people are being skinned alive, people are being tortured, kidnapped, raped, women are raped. And you can't call your governor in Imo State. The governor is running Imo State from Abuja. There's a lot of things going on in some local governments, including Osun, Olu. The governor is nowhere to be found. People traveling to Abuja looking for him to give him report on what's been going on. He never visited anywhere to find out what's going on. What is WIC doing to confront? I use the word confront deliberately, to confront this kind of wicked leadership that we are witnessing in Igbo land. So please, I don't want it to be political when you're answering this question. I want it to be sincere. I want to show sincerity, that people are looking, people are watching this show. Millions of people are watching this show around the world. They are very angry. they are victims. If they are not direct victims, they have relatives that are victims. So please, I want you to address this important thing and what are you doing as a world body? Maybe you guys don't understand the power of WIC. As a world body, what are you doing? What kind of influence will you have on this wicked, useless leadership we have in Igbo land? Thank you.
All right, thank you, Osohe. Chairman.
Thank you, sir, for you.
Go ahead, Chairman. I think there's a delay from your
yes.
end. Go ahead. Yeah.
For some reason, there were breakups in his statements, but I can hear the last one. He wants to know what we're doing about the poor leadership, apparently, people not caring. My brother, WIC has this patriotic devotion to duty in caring for the welfare of our people. There are things WIC is handicapped in doing. We don't believe in just talk. Action speaks louder than voice. The first thing WIC is doing is to make sure that, based on experience, we elect leadership that can be concerned about these issues you have raised. You can stay here and talk and call those governors names. Unfortunately, we have not seen a lot of changes. We have people in the legislation. We have our own representatives who should go there and talk for the protection of their people. I don't know how many of them have submitted bills. There is this Matthew Nwogu, a very new person in the House. He's from Okpara. He has sponsored bills against this unnecessary, humiliating checkpoints every 1 yard in the whole Southeast. Those are the things we want. We are talking to these leaders. They will give account of their stewardship. We cannot come here and go there and carry horns and shoot anybody. That's why you have leaders representing us. Are you happy? Am I happy? No, we're not. But we must continue to call a spade anytime and hope and pray that we will summon that courage to have leaders like the Okparas who can actually serve their people, not their people serving them. I don't know what else you can do other than speaking out, encouraging people to do the service they are elected for, just like it's done in other areas. Here in this country, everybody follow, but in the interest of their people, not in their own interest. So you just cannot take a gun and go and shoot. Sometimes you go there, you tell John Doe turns around, he's interested in 1 bag of rice, he keeps quiet. It's not going to happen. We have our town union leaders who've been talking to their president. What can we do to keep the welfare of our people, make it a priority? The governor's job will be to protect their people. Elections are coming up. That's all I can tell you.
Dr. Damages, can I redirect him, please? Just a second.
Okay.
To redirect him. Mr. Chairman, I think your answer is very, very pathetic. That's not a right answer to the issues I raised. And you're not sitting here defending and calling names, or I want you to go carry gun. What I asked you was, what is the plan that WIC has put in place to confront is in the quote, confront, by meeting discussing, trying to change attitude, working on different ways, different. You're not hearing me. Can you hear me?
We're having glitches.
All right.
Your phone is not correct.
Let me address it if you
can. Let's go to Basil Onwukwe because the chairman is having connection.
Yeah, he's having technical issues. Okay, I think Dr. Osofia, I think your questions are well noted. We are not telling you that
why am I hearing you guys?
We are not telling you that we have any authority or powers, whichever way you would prefer, to make the governors, our leaders at home, do what they choose not to do. If we are here telling you that we have authority to intervene in any role they are playing in terms of helping our people, I don't think we are being sincere to that. But what actually we are doing is making sure that we raise enough awareness, because what we are is an advocacy group, an organization that is not governing with any manpower or authority to change any leader or authority in Nigeria to do what we want them to do. But we do our best in raising awareness, confronting them in terms of putting pressure on them that what we are seeing, unless they are not seeing it, what we are experiencing, unless if they are not experiencing it, is not in the good format or interest of Igbo people. And we are not relenting in doing that. It's only, like my chairman emphasized, that our leaders in Nigeria have not actually lived to expectation. And it hurts us on daily basis, because what we are seeing, what we are looking for to see in our hometown is not in any way measured to what they are, what we expect them to do. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna defer to Kenneth on this sometime. Maybe he will pick it up.
All right, thank you also here. We have 10 people in the studio and more coming in, so we limit you to one question. Anybody, just pick your best question and give your question in 2 minutes, or comment in 2 minutes, so that we can get to everybody. Let me go to you, Ernest. Ernest, can you hear me? Unmute yourself.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I said I have like 5 questions, but I said we should ask only one.
Pick the best one.
Okay, so yeah, I'll ask one. So I want to ask the girl, do you think it's possible to develop Igbo land if Igbo don't have their political future in their own hands? So is it possible? Then, if it's not possible, is it possible again if we can work towards self-determination as only Igbos, not including South-South, just Southeast, part state or Southeast to have their own political future and determine what they want and how they want to develop themselves? Because no matter what you think you will do, if Igbo's future is decided from Abuja, I don't think we can go anywhere, or Igbo can be developed, something like that. So is it possible for World Igbo Congress to have the same mindset with like IPOB or any Diaspora group, just to determine Igbo's political future? From there, you can develop the Igbo, the Southeast.
All right, thank you, Ernest. Chairman, that's for you.
Dr. Damages, could you repeat what, because this has been echoing and I didn't catch
Okay.
his questions. He was talking, and I would hear some. Could you give me a summary of what he wants? What he asked?
I think he said, is it possible to develop the Southeast without pushing for self-determination of this?
For Igbo to have their own political future in their own hand.
Yeah, have
Is
their own.
it possible to develop Southeast here?
Did you hear that?
Well, well, yes. Let me believe that I have. Look, if the environment, if there's no economic development in any place, problems will continue to prevail. Weak is determined to join.
All right, Chairman.
Improve the economic situation.
Chairman,
at least
your connection is not good. We can't
that is
hear
done
you
properly.
Chairman,
my goodness,
your connection is not very good.
Can Basil answer the questions?
Chairman, your connection is not very good. If you can maybe
maybe you pass it to Basil.
Yeah, Basil, you can. I don't know why you're not hearing me.
All right, I'll come to you, Basil. But Chairman, I want to also get your view. Can you log out and log back in? That may help. Can you do that? Because at the beginning, your connection was good. In the meantime, Basil, please.
Are you okay now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Cynthia, you can?
Yeah, we can hear. Okay, but it's not.
You can hear me?
It fades in and out. Go ahead. Let's try again.
Oh boy.
Yeah, there's a delay in your end. Try to join us.
I was trying to. Oh boy. Okay. I was trying to tell him that if.
Basil, go ahead.
Okay. I don't know the person. Ernest. That's a good question. That's a good question. We wish we could do more than we have been able to do under this insecurity the Nigerian system has kept us. But unfortunately, they have skewed the system so bad that we can't do much. But especially when they know that this insecurity is born out of their sheer ignorance of giving equal right, equal justice, equal livelihood to all Nigerians. All Nigerians. I don't mean it because any other thing. If they can do that, they will see prosperity. Or people will not be running away. Because it's like you holding somebody on the ground. How could you survive or let the person go when you are holding the person? You yourself is being trapped. The system is trapping themselves against one ethnic group. If nobody would tell you as it is, don't ask me because I will tell you as it is. That is why it is not, we are all running away. And it's not good. There's no level of development that can be measured to the system they have put in place. If you don't know, I could put it this way to you. I had one of the commentators the other day say, gas is abundant in Southeast, but they don't have use for it. Could you imagine that? They are now asking the government to move the gas line more to Lagos so that Dangote can utilize it to flame his generators and his services. Okay? If you could keep Southeast that has such amount of energy out of using it, how would you only have to be in trouble moving it to a particular industry? Why would you be doing that? Why? It is not good to everybody. And this is policy bad. Policy bad. Politics wrong. And until they decide to get their ass together, there is no way we will have maximum supply of development in Igbo land and in the general Nigeria. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Basil. Thank you, Ernest. Let's go to Uche. Also, before Uche goes on, let me see if Dr. Festus, the chairman, is back on track. Dr. Festus, can you hear me? You're muted. Hold on, let me unmute you, see if that works. Can you hear me?
It's muted.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hear?
Your connection is still bad. Let's, what I would think is if you have another, maybe you can use your phone and try to connect. That may be better if you're using the computer, but right now we can hear you very well, and it doesn't help our viewers too. Let's continue with Uche. Uche, welcome to the show. What's your question for the chairman of World Igbo Congress or the vice chairman, Mr. Basil Onwukwe? Uche, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
It's better.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. There's a delay. Okay, so what happens is that before you, we say something, it takes a while before you hear us. Okay, Uche, go ahead.
Okay, Mr. Rudolph, good evening.
Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. I really appreciate your work. Always, I always join this program every Saturday and also Sunday. I appreciate you very much. You are doing a lot of great work. Now you quick Kelemge, I have to say this in Ebola dialect. Now you quick Kelemge, Mbedoma. It's very abhorrent to somebody like me for issues, problems happening in Igbo, because that is the only place I know. Also Chuamata or Laumerenia. So this is what I mean when a child is running, have a problem outside. So people are pushing you, have to go back to your home. So that is a secure place for you. But right now, the home is not secure. We are now pushing, instead for me to run back to the home, we are running to our enemies. But I call it a foreign country or call it any other place. A home is home. So I want to say this so that you will understand, and give only one question, please. Dr. Rudolph, I urge you to please give me a little chance. I will say, I have some documents. I've been trying to do this for some years. The Imo State government, the current Imo State government now, all the things they are doing, particularly in our mama, and this issue of 14 people, youth, the security, they brought there, they killed them, people that went to marriage, they just take their life away. And there's some talking right now, still killings in our mama, still problems in our mama from this government. And for a long time, we have been listening and we have been watching to see if the Igbo World Congress, what they are doing, of these problems. And in this case, we want to know. People have asked a lot of questions, but where I'm hitting my question now is, did you people have a platform to talk to Igbo? You can easily tell Mr. Rudolph, for you, with your vice, announce it, so we come there and listen to you people. is very important. And the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what the veterans in America, what they are doing now is what they could have been doing before. But they have come out tonight to take the bone at their own. They are doing a great work now to come public, to tell us what they are doing. They are showing in the court in Abuja. They are doing a great work to make sure Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released. Please, can you people, with all due respect, to join the veterans from America, the Igbo veterans from America, to do the needful? Ndabanye say, our people said, Nana Tuewoji Nehihe, Danabali. We cannot wait and be hearing this comment of, let something should not happen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let him not die. If he die, maybe there will be fire on the stand. Can we do the needful now? Let this young man come out so that he will not die, and the fire will not go to heaven, or fire everywhere will not burn down. So tell us something about it, and what the World Congress are doing seriously, and joining the veterans, the Igbo veterans in America, joining them to do something seriously to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because this is a political matter. Mr. Rudolph, I thank you. People have a lot of things to say, but let me just take it like this. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Uche. Chairman, over to you. Chairman, can you hear us? All right, so we have to go back to...
Basil, do you want us to go ahead and respond?
Yeah, I want you to respond, yeah.
Yes, I can.
Okay, go ahead.
I can. You can't hear me?
There's a delay. We can hear you. Go ahead. It's okay. Go ahead. We just have to...
You can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, very good. Maja, I can understand your frustration. We are more frustrated than yourself. Naturally, when a house is burning, people will expect those outside to come and rescue them. It's natural. You mentioned American veterans of Igbo descent. Sly, your president, talks to me on weekly basis. Okay? If you even ask maybe his lawyers, they will tell you that we've been fighting alongside with them to release Nnamdi Kanu. WIC doesn't believe in just talk. We do the work. We have tried to talk to Hanese. We have tried to talk to the governors. We have tried to talk to the legislators. We are advocating. We are really fighting as hard as we can. Unfortunately, Nigeria has something they have behind themselves, just trying to take us to the walls. Nnamdi Kanu will come out alive. WIC is doing whatever it takes. Suppose I ask you what you expect WIC to do. Get a warplane and go down there, or do what? We are not happy that Nnamdi Kanu is kept there just without any reason other than his name is Nnamdi. We will continue to pursue all avenues peacefully to have Nnamdi Kanu released. You had me calling on the president here live on this medium for Ahmed Tinubu, our president, to exercise his power to release Nnamdi Kanu. He can do that. Your governors, we are listening to all of them. We know what they are doing. We are taking note of who is who. Nnamdi Kanu needs to be released. It's not by shouting. It's not by making noise. Okay, we're in touch with them. WIC is not remaining aloof. We cannot just jump into the plane and start shooting everybody. We believe that he will be released. Like they put in Igbo language. Usually, these people so much so now that I got happen. So we have on a computer here. I mean, and this here and I shout. Oh yes, Nzobu anybody. Nandika will be released. We are doing the best we can, and believe it, we are doing the best we can.
All right, thank you, Chairman.
Thank you.
Vice Chairman, the same question. I mean, do you have anything to add to what the Chairman said?
No.
Do you understand like why some people feel that they don't feel the impact? There's a question on the comments. Let me just ask you that before we continue with other people here. On the comment section, one person was talking about the impact, but there's this particular question. It says about the credit union. Let me put it on the screen so that you can see it. Wick, you are welcome. Igbo Credit Union. Do you have statistics of Igbo people in America? Why should we trust your pronouncements? That's from Igbo Basics.
Yeah, the person might not know. We are not.
Is Basil addressing it, or you want me to address it? I don't know.
Basil is addressing
it. Visi, are you addressing it, or you want me to address it?
Yeah, Chairman, let me address it now. If you hear me, I'm addressing it. Is that okay now that I address it? Okay. Yeah. Igbo Credit Union that we are about to establish would not require the internal statistics of Igbos, but we have a rough idea of where Igbos are and what I would say unrefined statistics. It could be a raw statistics of Igbos all over the United States. And besides, we don't actually need thorough number of Igbos, exact number of Igbos to get the credit union running. Credit union is purely about member involvement. You are not like a customer. It's like this organization, World Igbo Congress. Not all the state has an affiliate body members. Okay, we are actually going to work with those who would want to work with us on these areas. And I can assure you that our pronouncement is going to survive it, no matter what, because we have really done a good understanding of those who have used that kind of services, how they did it. And we did not come because we just want to announce it. We know if we are not sure of what we're trying to do, we will not even announce it because they are all over the place to stop whatever we are trying to do. But I can assure you this one, they can go to hell. We are going to get it done. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Chairman, just for sake of time and getting other people involved, when next we come to you, you can add to that if you have anything to add to the question. Let's bring in Christian. Christian, welcome to the show. One question, please, or comment.
Okay.
Good evening. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Welcome.
Okay. Yeah. I was horrified when somebody said that if Nigerians don't want us, they will allow us to go. And this coming from the leadership of an Igbo organization. the reason why Nigeria will not let Igbo go is because they're exploiting the gas and oil resources in Igbo land. As we speak today, the gas pipelines are moving from Igbo land to other parts of Nigeria without any gas pressure pipe in Igbo land. So, but the reason I want to ask is this. Somebody have asked you whether it is possible to have any economic development without self-determination. So what role do you think that this organization should play, given the fact that the masses in Nigeria, the Igbo masses, would like to have a debate on the future of Igbo land in Nigeria? What role do you think that the organization should be playing?
All right, thank you, Christian. So, Chairman, you can take the question.
Christian, Christian is asking what masses will do what? I don't understand why this is so having this glitch. I don't like it.
I'm saying that the Igbo people would like to have a debate on the role, on the future of Igbo land. Okay, the political future of Igbo land. So I'm just asking, what role do you think that your organization should be playing, given the fact that you are an enlightened group? So should you be organizing debates to discuss the future of Igbo nation, I mean?
Oh. Okay,
right.
Okay, I got it. My brother, that is in fact a priority for World Igbo Congress. Sir Okonkwo, is it all right? You mean that should be enough answer? Fine.
No. I was, there's a delay. So whatever you're hearing, we said it some while ago before you had it. I know. So
okay. Yes. Okay. My brother, believe me, World Igbo Congress will like to be on the driver's seat in such debates. Okay, what is in the best interest of Igbo is what World Igbo Congress must do. You may not know, we are communicating with organizations like Anyandi Igbo. This organization is interested in developing Igbo at all costs, and they know we are with them in the meetings. We are ready to provide whatever it takes from the technological advancement to make sure that Igbo are going to go back to that self-reliance Okpara and the rest of them started. All we are asking for is enabling environment. That's all we're asking for. And it takes the leadership at home to support us. I may tell you, I don't want to just to particularize. The governor of Abia State is working on a project with one of us that will ensure economic viability, and WIC is participating fully in it. The debate you're talking about will start in Boston. We have group of professionals in economic development coming to Boston. The debate will start from there. And at the end of the convention, you will hear more. The credit union you are talking about, can we do it? I can almost guarantee it. We will. It is easy. It is simple. Statistics has it that there are 2 million Igbos in America. If we have only 100 committed to this project, which we know we will have, it will take off. This is nothing like area Hegane type of thing. No. We are doing this in an advanced country. It's fully ensured. It is democratically structured. It will work. And like Ayokoka here, Ford Company, I think is a corporation. He said, when you see a better buy it. This is a better buy. The advantages are unlimited. All right? Savings, consumer loans, credit cards, mortgage equity, you name it. And we have professionals, CPAs, pioneering this. I guarantee you it will work. And we will be able to do the needful in Nigeria from this development. This damage, did you hear me?
I heard you. I wanted to ask a question, Basil, maybe you can take this. I have a question here. Someone sent it to me on the phone here saying, is this only for Igbo people? Is the bank going to be just for Igbo people, or can anybody come there and put in their money?
I defer to my chairman.
Okay, chairman.
Okay, there are rules regarding credit unions. As soon as we set up, admissions to membership will be made public. That's the best I can tell you now.
All right, thank you. Let's go to Mazi Okpara. Welcome to the show. I'll give you a chance to make a comment or ask a question to our guest, the chairman of WIC and the vice chairman of WIC. We have 2 minutes, please.
Yeah, good evening, Dr. Rudolph Okonkwo and dear brother, Dr. Festus, and his vice, Onwukwe. My question is, what is WIC doing over Igbo governors, ex-governors, who are looting Igbo money, buying houses, buying companies, buying mansions in America? What is WIC doing against these people, over these people? Because in America, you have freedom of information. You can get their names, the property numbers, and everything. What is WIC doing about these people who are looting Igbo land dry, banking their, looting, stealing money from Igbo land and taking it to America? Again, our brother, Professor Chunachebe said, Nigeria has an Igbo problem. Since Nigeria got independence, this country has never been at peace within the Igbo. Do you think there will be a peaceful Nigeria, a harmony Nigeria within the Igbo? Finally, Nnamdi Kanu was in California a few years ago, and he told you guys what is coming to Ali Igbo. Most of you called him names. Most of you laughed at them. Even one of them asked, which passport are you traveling with? Some of you called him madman, warmonger. But look at what is happening in Igbo land today, and not only in Igbo land, but even across Nigeria. Look at what marauding headers are doing in Igbo land mostly. Please, can some of you that called this young man names, can they please apologize? Thank you from here.
All right, thank you, Mazi Okpara. Let's hear from chairman and then vice chair.
Okay, gentlemen, I also sense your frustration. I don't know those who called him the names you are talking about. And he can tell you that Onwukwe never did that, Okere didn't do that, and the people we're working with never did that. You have been referring to the California convention he attended. At that time, WIC had all these problems. The so-called rotten politicians at home that didn't want WIC to survive. So we had week 1, week 2, week 3 at that time. You can go and verify. So he mistakenly or poor advice attended the week 2 convention in California. Whatever he said there and whatever they promised or whatever courses they gave him, the week 1, the original week, was never part of it. And you may have heard that not less than 2 years ago, thereabouts, week, the original week, which is this week that Basil and I are servant leaders, invited him. We had him to attend to many places to talk to our people. He knows who is who. We never cursed him because the man is a complete Igbo man from the inside out. The idea of those who are kind of, I mean, by the way, if you're a leader, anybody can call you names. Look at our Trump here. People are calling him all kinds of names. That doesn't stop him from being the leader he is, whether they're right or wrong. Nnamdi Kanu is one mother that this week has a lot of love, trust, respect for as an ideal Igbo man. Now, talking about the people putting all the money out here, the government is fighting some of them and getting the money back. We're still to see what they are doing with the money they have recovered. It is not in our power or right here to go to any bank and ask them for John Doe's account. We read them as you read them. There are certain laws too in the banks, unless there's a legal requirement for them to disclose who has what. You don't expect us to start knocking at all the banks to say, give us the account of John Doe and that kind of thing. If time comes and we find they're hiding some monies, there'll be appropriate quarters to address those. So let's just work on things like the thing we want to establish, this bank, our interest in developing Igbo, peace, security. These are areas we will advocate with passion. Okay? But if you know anybody who has money out there, you have the right to remain anonymous and report to, is that FCCC or whatever they call them, and hope that they will get the money back and then assure you that they will make good use of it. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. Basil, any addition?
Not at all.
Okay, the next question I'll want you to take on it, and that's coming from Ovie. I think Ovie, you are next.
Assalamu alaikum, Dr. Dameji.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm fine. Dr. Festus, Kwenu. Basil, Kwenu. World Igbo Congress, Kwenu. Yes, Nigeria problem in 3 parts. Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba. But Dr. Zimuku asked one question. It's okay. But I will ask one question in last 3, one question in 3 parts. Let me put it that way. I overheard, I don't know which of you is saying that we are this, we are the best, we can build, we can build. I just want to know, I hope you guys are aware that those are the language of competition. That's one. Then, I don't know which one of you again is saying that power of authority has not been given to an Igbo man or Igbo as a tribe. My question is, who or which tribe of Nigeria they don't give power? And who is doing the giving? That's my question.
All right, thank you, Ovie. Basil.
Okay, Ovie. I don't know where you're hearing about power giving or taking. What we are sure of is when a system does not work equitably, it affects the system, okay? And we also believe that righteousness exhausts a nation, and doing things equitably makes doing things better, in the sense that it's the right way of things being done. And based on these three assumptions, we can tell you obviously that we belong to a system called Nigeria that does not harness those qualities. One, if you understand that so many groups have come to confirm that P2B won election last past electoral system, and they ganged up and agreed to ruffle it the way it is. But that is a history. We also know that the business which we belong mostly, our people do more, we don't have any area or means to say these people are harnessing our qualities in that regards. Does not. They rather would want to pull everything out of the area that it will be less costly for us to do business on, like the shipping industries, the business method that would help every Nigerian by helping the Igbos that does that better. They rather want it to die without working properly. These are some of the things we can tell you for sure that is not done equitably, and that is affecting Nigeria as a nation. And until they decide to do things proper, because in a system there is always inflow and outflow, delivery and supply. It's always common. And you fail doing those things the proper way, you are not going to get the proper results. Thank you, Ovie.
All right. We're going to, I will skip the people that came before Righteous Man. I want him to be the next to ask a question because he's joining us from Nigeria. He's been around, hanging in here for a long time. So Righteous Man, welcome to the show. You are next. With
yeah.
Go ahead.
Dr. Rudolph, good evening, sir, and the personalities of Igbo World Congress. Good evening. I live in Lagos, and our submission is that Igbos have leadership problem. It is verifiable, because if Igbos do not have leadership problem or does not have leadership problem, the declaration that 2023 general presidential election was won by P2B, those who made those confirmation were those who rigged that election, and they brought evidence that showed that P2B won 19 states. Up to today, there is no Igbo Union or Congress that have made a statement, a categorical statement as regard to that revelation. Let's assume he's a Yoruba man. You would have heard what the Yoruba press, the Yoruba group and unions would have done.
Let's assume is a northerner. You would have heard what the Arewa Consultative Forum and other unions would have said or done. But no Igbo organization has said something as regard to that. So I agree, because I was speaking with one of my northern friends 2 weeks ago. He told me, he said, let me tell you clearly, the problem of the Igbos is leadership. They betray themselves. Look at what Soludo is doing to P2B. And the World Igbo Congress and other Igbo unions have not written to this gentleman and cautioned him. So we back home here, we are not happy with World Igbo Congress. That's just the truth. Because you people have not represented us well. I'm into real estate industry. I know what Igbos have suffered in Lagos State. There is no organization representing the Igbo interests all over the world that has spoken. Why is it that Igbo properties have been destroyed? Look at P2B's own, his junior brother's own company in Ikeja that have existed for years, how it was pulled down. So the leadership of Igbos are our problem. And the World Igbo Congress is not left out. So what is happening to the Igbos will continue. In 2014, I was in Cotonou, Dahomey. I went for a business trip and I met one of the most political personality in that country. And we were discussing this issue of Nnamdi Kanu then. And this is what he said to me. He said Nigeria was founded on 3 legs. The other 2 have knocked off the other one. And that one that was knocked off refused to do something so that the world will know that they are being cheated. Because our leadership is not giving us what we want. So, sir, can I throw it as a challenge that as you hold this conference, I don't know whether you have held it or you are about to hold it, you people should make us that are back home here, representing you guys, to know, to feel, and to believe that you're working for the interests of the Igbos. It's not about the chieftaincy titles, the Ozodenze, being celebrated in the US, in Germany. We are tired of those celebrations. We want action, political action, to make the Igbos have a voice in Nigeria. So, will you people do something that is going to guarantee our Nigerianness so that we can stand and say we are Nigerian? And if we are being touched, our leaders will stand up and speak. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, righteous man. Chairman, yeah. Oh.
Yes.
Okay, Chairman can go for it. But
Okay,
I would like to
gentlemen. Yeah. Okay. The last speaker is angry like every other person. You have the right to react to anything that is contrary to your expectation. No blames. I'm guided by the fact that a wish, is not a substitute for reality. It's action that matters, not noise. Those of you at home, while we pray for your security in all actions you take, you also need to participate in peaceful demonstrations. There is lawlessness there, and now someone can start now and cuss anybody out and goes free. An Igbo man stands and cusses somebody out, they drag him to anything. Let's take this particular reference you made to the latest release of the 2023 elections. Malam El-Rufai is the one leading that. Have you guys gotten lawyers to have him swear an affidavit to stand bold to what he is releasing? Have you changed your judiciary that will follow the truth? These are situations that Let us, are you surprised? There's no doubt that His Excellency Peter B won the election, but they chose to do whatever they did. We just want to work hard to say Ozemena. WIC is ready to also join you guys to fight for what is right. It happened before enough to know what to pursue. You don't know whether they are setting that up just to do what they do best. Keep putting Igbo where they want Igbo. But we must be self-determined. We will do our best. WIC is not just looking the other way about it. It's part of the discussions. I wish you will even come to, you participate in our convention so that the united we stand. We will do our best to address the concerns of Ndigo within our power. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Chairman. Vice Chair, you want to add?
Yeah. Like my chairman said, it's very frustrating and overestimates the powers they assume us to have. And one thing that many people don't know is that the power we have is not an authority to change what they would want to see change, okay? The power we have is to bring awareness. Awareness is what is almost in everybody's palm. Everybody is now a journalist of his own, and you have almost the power to help to bring awareness to the doorsteps of this authority. But that being said, we want a situation now where we would have the financial freedom, the wherewithal authority that we know we can control, so that we will be able to be more effective in opening our door of awareness stronger and better in order to be seen doing that which everybody would want us to do. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Basil. Let me bring, I think the next person is Igbo Basics to ask his question or make a comment. Igbo Basics, welcome to the show.
Dr. Basil, Dr. Festus Okere, Mr. Basil. I'm Igbo Basics. Alexander Iheke, actually, is my name. As a veteran of World Igbo Congress, I haven't followed this since 1995, and I haven't seen the things that have happened. I'm very pleased that the original WIC, of course, as you referred to it, is alive and continuing to move forward. I'm just going to do a couple of things in a few simple steps. I come from the cultural aspect of everything. Dr. Okere, Mr. Basil, and World Igbo Congress members, you do understand what this is. When you come to a man's house and they present you Okwanzo, it means a clean heart. If you don't know, you take that away. Again, talking about culture, he will present you with kola nut, okwaji. And those are 4 kola nuts there, representing Afo, Nkwo, Eke, Orie. To you, WIC, the reps here, we do present that. And of course, Onye Toji, Oremaya, Wudea, and that is our self-brewed palm wine. So I haven't done that. I will just go straight into the issue of the credit union that you're talking about here. I see that Basil brushed upon it a little bit in answer to my question, which I asked earlier on. And he alluded to the fact that you don't really need the statistics and stuff like that. I can understand. But let me put it this way. We do have Santander Bank. We used to have Bank America the Popular, the stuff. We have all kinds of people's bank around here. I'm sure in your neighborhood, you have banks. I go to my mechanic and I see a guy, an Akawo man who comes and he's collecting money. They continue to do that. Basic trust is what it is. Why I asked my question is this. Some time ago, WIC had made a proposal for every Igbo person to just put $10 into the course of WIC. Of course, you know how that went. You as a chairman, you should know the history of World Igbo Congress to the best of your ability at the palm of your hands. So why I'm asking about the credit union that you're talking about, there are statistics. Before anybody opens any kind of business, I'm sure you have your feasibility studies. I'm sure you have your registrations. I'm even listening to this because we're in a country that if Dr. Festus Okere is the chairman of the credit union and my money goes, at least there's some kind of guarantees that I could get my money back. And that's just a part of the whole process. But just to zip it up in a way I can, weak as I see it now, and from all the commentaries that have been put forward here, it's almost a case of the person who had breast milk and they decide to suck claws. And why do I say that? The previous week in Atlanta, the Igbos went to Igbo landing and they stood there. I saw Charles Onyemba there. I saw Dr. Nwachukwu there. I saw the rest of the old crew there. They stood there and they said there was a piece of property for $750,000, $750,000, not $7 million, $750,000. And the owner of that property, every time that Igbo comes around, he brings that property to the market, giving them an opportunity to become landlords in the place. In that place where over 500 Igbo people drowned instead of coming ashore. I'm sure you know the history of that. In this very program with Dr. Damages, I asked a question that day, and I said, can the Igbos at the end of that event that they had in Georgia at Igbo landing, can they be able to put down $750,000? And if they can't, why should we continue to talk? So in a nutshell, what some of us are expecting is that Dr. Basil, Mr. Basil Onwukwe, Dr. Festus Okere, we are not expecting you to tell us that you are going to be establishing an Igbo credit union. What we are actually expecting you to do, if you go to Boston, would be to present the papers that the bank has been approved. You should have had all that done. But if you are coming to Boston for us to knock head on how do we establish Igbo credit union, my dear brother, we should have woke up for quite some time. I'll just cap it up and then I ask my question because everything else has been presented here. When I said the case of Onyenwura across the board, you have all Igbo organizations. You can't help it. People will break. I mean, anybody can. You said it. Anybody can answer whatever you want to answer. World Igbo Conference, world this, world that. But you do have some that have stood the test of time. I remember that 1997 in New York, the whole of Igbo people, Alex Ekwueme, Emmanuel Iwanyanwu, Festus Okere, in fact, name it, Philip Emeagwali, Chinua Achebe, name the Igbos. We do have the records here. We have it in volumes and volumes and volumes. I'm not saying what we don't know. So with all that Igbo people have all over the world, along the line, we have our children. Now, you know about Igbo Unite. I'm sure that you know about that. Some of your children may be in Igbo Unite. And these are professionals, very serious professionals, engineers, lawyers, doctors, name it, they are there. And they are moving in their own style. And I appreciate that because they are the now generation. For us, the older generation, I'm sure Dr. Basil, Dr. Festus, as you continue to struggle with your internet, it's not your fault. Maybe next time we'll get Elon Musk or Starlink or whatever it is to make sure that when you show up in public representing us, that you should really be fully equipped. I'm not saying there'll be no technical glitches, but if we learn it as a lesson, that'll be very helpful. What can you say? And my question is this. What can you say in collaboration? Because if you don't collaborate, you are not going to be able to open your bank. There may be an Igbo man that has 10 million or whatever millions that is required deposit so that the government can give you authority. Go ahead and open the bank. Are you collaborating with World Igbo, the Igbo World Assembly of Dr. Nwachukwu and Ekwenze? Of course, you all know how that went out of New York 97. Are you collaborating with Igbo World Assembly? Are you collaborating with Igbo Unite? Are you collaborating with just the structure that we left with you? With the structure being Igbo USA, Igbo Union New York, Igbo this, Igbo that, across the nation. And Dr. Basil, or Dr. Festus, you tried to answer the question about roughly 2 million Igbos around the United States. Do we have the basic trust that if I call on you, it's not just money? I show up on this program because I can trust Dr. Ruro Fokonko because of integrity. Yes, I can, to some degree. I'm not saying 99.99% though, because you should always leave a room for one small thing. If Dr. Festus Okere can demonstrate to us that actually come to Boston, we'll give you the paper, we'll show you the papers, I'll deposit my money at Igbo Credit Union, as I say. And everybody, somebody who made a comment, is entitled to go to any credit union and put their money there. It's not just for Igbos. So what have you done in line with all this presentation that I've made?
All right. Thank you, Igbo President. Chairman. All right, while we're waiting for the chairman to get the news, we get to him.
Dr. Damage, are you talking? Okay.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to respond.
I'm here. I'm hearing you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Look, bring his face back. I know the Igbo basics. Gentlemen, I have known you for years. I still have some of your pamphlets you used to distribute in our conventions. Okay, I do. Here is one problem we have. People come, they go. I don't know why you have stayed away, only to come up to talk about maybe the glitches other than the substance. I take that for advancement. Listen, we have learned from experience. We have. Okay? And nothing in this world is more powerful than the idea that its time has come. I think it was Victor Hugo that said that. We wouldn't have started talking about this if we were not sure. Remember, I laid the background. I told you the bane of our success has remained the fact that we start something, halfway we stop. That is why nothing has been fruitful. But this time around, I wish you'd be there in Boston. We have done our feasibility studies. We know about credit unions. This case, there is a power, a governing body in charge of it. Just like the federally insured conventional banks. There is, in fact, come there or bring your questions. I am telling you here on this particular program that this particular project will be done. It is like planting a seed that will have fruits all over the place. It's a very, very viable project. If you come in, I come in, maybe you will become one of the board members because everybody has equal vote. You come up with your reasons why this must not fail. People will hear you. Be assured. But try to come back to weak, my friend. It's not a matter of, okay, get an acquaintance here, get this person there. That is, this fragmentation has cost us a lot. Let us go back to Njikoka. Let us go back to Igwewike. You speak, I speak. We will be able to achieve what we want. So don't be despaired. Don't think that it's same old, same old. It's not. That is why we have come public to tell you about this. Talking about whom we will unite. Because you've not been coming to our conventions. In 2023, in Atlanta Convention, we had about 9 of those leaders in the house giving platform to speak. We had them. They had us. In this convention, the keynote speaker is going to talk about the Igbo youth and their economic involvement for the betterment of Igbo. So we are doing what it takes to see to the welfare of Igbos. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Chairman. Basil, do you have something to add?
Yeah, I think my chairman has addressed it properly. But let me say this to him. We are delighted that people like him who has good understanding of the challenges that we have gone through is still here with us. And like my chairman said, we are moving forward. We are moving forward, utilizing our past experience as our wealth to our success. And just to say that we have learned a lot, and this project is going to succeed. It's going to succeed in one particular universal understanding that it's not going to be managed by us. It's going to be managed by the professionals. But what we are going to utilize is the leverage in doing so much for ourselves, especially for the members. I saw one of the intros where Dangote emphasized that, in fact, it's one of those things that I would tell you today, that the information you have is the strength of your sources majority of the time. He nearly had stopped financing the petroleum factory in Nigeria because at a point he couldn't get financial backings. He couldn't get loan, even the one he had from Western banks or Western countries. They wanted him to pay in money when he already need more money to finance the thing. We know other areas that we know how Buhari opened our votes to get that done. And at the same time, he started looking for the cost of handling it and doing it, which Nigeria couldn't meet him in the middle. And we know all that happened. But one thing I will assure you is that it is a good choice for us to look for these resources and for us to see a freedom for our people through having this kind of assets. And we are well determined that this is going to help us and help Igbo in general. Thank you so much.
All right.
Dr. Damages, if you permit me for just 1 second, please.
Sorry.
For just 1 second, just please, you can permit me. Dr. Festus Okere, I would have asked if we know how long it takes to establish a credit union, but that's not my question. The point I'm trying to make here is that to Ken Okere, who was first Secretary General of World Igbo Congress, I wanted to use this opportunity to extend the condolences to WIC for the death of Ken Okere. I'm sure that you are aware that Ken Okere was late now. And I also wanted to use this opportunity to extend the condolences to World Igbo Congress for the late Chief Emmanuel who has been with WIC at every point in its development. And also to all those WIC heavyweight supporters, including the gentleman from Tennessee, Abuja, those who have gone. I wanted to use this opportunity, and I hope that when you go to Boston, because I was in Boston the last time around, I was to Tony there. We had Chief Ebitu Kiwe was there. Name it, Professor Ella. We had all kinds of people there, and I hope that when you go to WIC in Boston, that you are able to take up on one of those things we used to do, which was to recognize the ones whom we have lost as Igbo, since we have not been able to establish it.
Right. Thank you
so much.
Thank you. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we are rounding up. We have less than 16 minutes. When we come back, we get Okija and KJ to weigh in and then get the final thoughts from our guests. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and we appreciate you. welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for staying with us. We are doing our concluding segment of this conversation with the chairman of the World Igbo Congress and the vice chair, Dr. Festus Okere and Mr. Basil Onwukwe. All right, I think Okija, you're next. Chance quickly.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good day, everyone. Dr. Okere, welcome, and Mr. Basil, welcome. First of all, Dr. Damage, allow me to respond to Ovie. Ovie was asking a question if power, if people were, if they give power to people. Ovie, if you didn't know, Obasanjo, during the queue of coup against Murtala, Obasanjo ran away. So if they were looking for strong men to hand over power, it wouldn't have been Obasanjo. But they had a meeting and they gave it to Obasanjo. And the second time, because of what happened to Abiola, the military had a meeting, said that in the Yoruba to be compensated. So they made an arrangement, made sure it was a Yoruba candidate that took over from the military. So power is always given. People can make arrangement and give power to people. So I hope that answered you. Okay, Dr. Festus Okere, thank you. I've known the World Igbo Congress as like a jamboree outfit, social club, like People's Club of Nigeria. People where people come and talk. Just like Nigeria, we talk, nothing is done. So I mean, I belong to some organization like that, but I've started extricating myself from them. We deal with talk, nothing is done. Anyway, so that's the way I've always looked at World Igbo Congress. It's a talk shop, no action. So, and I was surprised, you guys talking about credit union, and I started laughing, like credit union. What is for what? Credit union for what? Is that our problem? Is that if we don't? I mean, like I live in US. We have in Nigeria we have banks that could be called Igbo banks. Like Fidelity, Access, things like some other banks. In the US, credit union is not a problem. I can walk into Bank of America or Bank of Saturday Bank or any credit union and apply for a loan. So basically, if you guys start a credit union, whatever, it's gonna function just like every other. It's not that because I'm Igbo, I'll come there and they give me loan because I'm Igbo. I have to come there, present my business plan or whatever. Just like the same way I will go to Bank of America, present my business plan, and they give me loan. And probably Bank of America will give me, better, loan and better terms than what you guys, will give me. But like the question is, what is that our problem? Is that what we need in Igbo land right now? Credit union. I mean, what are you? Who are you? Who do you want to? Who has the problem? Who are you trying to satisfy? Is it like Igbo people in the US, or I mean, what are we doing? Is it for Igbo people in Diaspora in US, or are we doing it for Igbo people in Nigeria? So that's the question you have to ask yourself. So when you answer that question, what is facing in the Igbo in Nigeria? In Nigeria is security issue. Every day we see videos like one guy that in Anambra. I don't know if you guys saw the video. He said it was a Fulani. The girl said it was the Fulani people. They came to them and they they asked the boy, a grown man, to make him climb his sister. The guy saying no could do. So they killed him. You saw when Anambra Vigilante group, they go and drag the guy from the water. So what is it like Igbo credit union? Would it solve? We have to focus. What is the problem facing in the Igbo? Why you forming credit union? I'm not saying that you guys should not get your credit union, but address the issues facing in the Igbo. In Igbo land, there are so many projects. Okpara started, and there are some other like Proda. We have Proda. We have Anambra Imo Basin projects. We have what's other? I think Proda Adapam, owned by the former Eastern Nigeria. So many other projects. We have there's a metallurgical training institute in Onitsha. There are so many things. Started by my they collapsed. Premier Brewery Onitsha collapsed. So I mean, like you talking about credit union. What I don't know. We just
I don't know, you know, like what do we want to do for Igbo?
All right, thank you, Okija.
That's what we're about.
Thank you, Okija. Chairman, you want to take that? Okay, let's go to you.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Okija. Mr. Okija, I heard you. I don't want to brand you a faith killer in terms of ideas. I can understand that you are not too familiar with the advantages of a credit union. You are telling me you can just walk into a bank now and get this and get that. That's the difference.
Yes, as long as I have good credit and I have good
what you know and what we know. Okay, hold on. Though. I didn't interrupt you, sir. I didn't interrupt you, sir. Just listen to me. Here in this country, a lot of times where you come from and what you want may matter. Credit union is something we need here in diaspora. One, it can be controlled, unlike those corporations you are talking about in Nigeria, where you probably don't even have any rights or powers to go and fight for them because of the leadership. But here, every member of the credit union has equal rights to decisions. You go to a bank here, conventional bank, and ask for a loan. It doesn't matter how much you have. They can decide to tell you you have to pay 30%, 40% interest. You can get it at 2-3%. That's an advantage that we know what it was than you probably know. I don't know if you live in this country or in Nigeria. There are mortgages that people are buying here. There are kinds of things they're doing that they need loan in the bank. Because you are a part owner of this bank, you will have the support you need. We also intend to help people at home. The interest, the dividends are not paid to individuals. They are invested and we've already earmarked where it hurts more. We can actually help to establish all these businesses you're talking about that are dead because the government is looking the other way. We have taken note of these things already. These are the advantages of the credit union. Please, anybody who thinks it's not going to work, watch us. I rather give us a chance to do this. You have the right to join. It will interest you to know that we've gotten even enough people to start this. It's just a capitalization now. We get it on. 2 years from now, you will say, oh, thank God that you have actually tried to do this. This is not one of those things you start and dump. Okay? It's regulated. It's handled by professionals. We have identified the need for it. I please ask you, Basil Onwukwe, to, if you support it. If you don't want to get involved, it's your right. But because you're not part of this study, you are not part of what we've done to come up to this. So for you to say it's not going to work, what you want us to do is X, Y, Z. If there's no good economy, you can cry to the kingdom come. Nothing is going to work. An easy area, straightforward, and can be handled, monitored, and we can do it. Let us develop that you can do attitude that Okpara and the rest of them had. That time there were no these armed robbers here and there because they were gainfully employed. They meant it in the Igbo sense, unlike now. So help us to go back to the basics. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
So sorry.
No.
He says something that needs to be addressed. He said that if you're a member, if you're a part owner of the bank, they will consider you. So if I become a part member and I have credit, my credit score is 400, you give me loan. when you know that based on my credit record that I'm not, I'm not trusted to credit-wise.
All right, Okija, thank you. Let me get Basil weigh in, please, before we go.
Yeah, I would love to weigh in a little bit on this. Mr. Okija, I think you are, I like the passion, but the question there is, we can only do what we have authority to do. We can only change what we have power to change. Whatever that is happening in Nigeria, we cannot change at this moment. But if we have the wherewithal, the power, the financial backing, which we think this particular program would support us in doing, we will be able to have better chance of bringing better awareness, or awareness that would make more meaning, because all we can do at this point is be able to amplify or bring to notice some of these issues to the authority in question, that is the ones that is governing territories, governing areas in our homeland. We cannot change unless they decide to change those things. But we can give enough amplify to the awareness by having more financial backing that we would need to doing that. But I want to assure you that if you can support this program, because this would take us an inch closer to making that or seeing those changes that you wish they are there for us. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Basil. Let's get KJ. KJ, welcome to the show. We are out of time, really, but I know that KJ will allow us to do more, 5 minutes more. KJ is a moderator here. KJ, you have opportunity to ask a question or make a comment for our week visitors who are here. After you, then CM will be the final person. Go ahead, KJ.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Damages. And I want to thank our esteemed guest. I've listened to you guys right from the beginning, and I really appreciate your way and the manner in which you have responded to whether the questions were hard on you or whether they were soft on you. And so I really appreciate that. It shows the kind of people we are. We are Igbos. We ask the tough questions to those who have taken positions as leaders. And my dad, late dad, used to tell me that the Igbos do not stop their children from being hard on asking questions to the elders, because those who ask hard questions are the pathfinders. So it is welcome in Igbo land. And I'm not going to ask you any hard question today. I'm only going to appreciate what you guys are doing. I will say that if you allow me, I will probably say that because you guys are the timber and caliber, Iroko and coconut trees of Igbo land, I will suggest that maybe because of your financial power and your well-versed connection, is it possible for us to build another city outside of the capital cities in Igbo land? Is it possible for us to have like a titi where it's just a city, commerce, and industry, developed from the beginning to the end? It's not owned by Abia, it's not owned by Imo, it's not owned by anybody. It's just a piece of land gotten from almost every corner in one location and developed into a city that we can all refer to, and it is well planned out, and it's a place where we can all go and feel like if we have enough money, we can go put industries and offices so that Igbo land can eventually begin to come together one way or another, instead of waiting for one central city like Enugu or Oka or Owerri or Umuahia or any of those other capitals in Igbo land. This way, we will all harness our expertise to that city and bring our people together. That is one. And then the second one is this possible for you guys, because you are much stronger than us, to bring those so-called leaders we have now as governors? Let it not be like what they've done to bastardize the Ohanese, which somehow sometimes doesn't even make any sense anymore. But to bring those leaders and really draw their ears and say, look, you can't continue in the way you people have gone in this direction. If if we come to our own land that you governors cannot provide development, way with all, roadmap, and be able to, call the people together to make a headway, I don't know who is going to do that. So, but you guys have the authority. Let me not say authority now. You have the connection to be able to call those these people, to order. Rudolph governor have been misbehaving the past this year. He had left native doctors. Now he's chasing young men now up and down. And then that is not enough. Now he's now beating coppers. These are people who have lost direction, and so maybe you guys can call them to order. Thank you so much.
All right.
Dr. Damages, can I follow up?
No, don't follow up.
Quickly.
Please. We are so short of time. No, hold on. Let them answer first. Let me start with you, Basil. How do you order around the governor of Anambra State, call him and send him to his room? I think that's the question that KJ wanted you to answer.
Yes, I wish. We wish as World Igbo Congress, though we have reached out to our governors. We have reached out to our governors in so many ways to see them do things, at least protect life and properties of Igbo people. And could you believe that it is there, is a public notice, or a public sphere to see that the governors try to destroy Igbo's property in Igbo land in order to show that governors can destroy our property in Lagos. Okay? They kind of act. So we have done our own by bringing them to the understanding that we know what is going on. Okay? They don't want to, we know that when we bring pressure to the non-Igbo states destroying Igbo properties, they try to show that they can still destroy Igbo properties in our own homes. So some of these things happen, and it's in the public, sphere to see that. But unfortunately, we cannot be able to insist on them doing the right thing. But we always bring them to the notice that we know what is going on. Who are you trying to please? If you know the right thing for Igbo people, you don't do it. I don't know what else you want to do. Please who? Then that's the problem we're having. And we continue to press on them on that. And it's unfortunate we can only do that.
All right. Thank you. Chairman, you want to add to that?
Well, little, VC is right. KJ, I thank you for your thought about another investment that will help us to at least employ people in the Igbo land and improve the economy. I also said earlier that one of the speakers we're having at this convention is going to talk about some deal is having with Abia State government for exactly the type of thing you are proposing. But the idea of calling the governors to order, apart from the private letters we send them, if you look at the Nigerian newspapers, you have seen where we have actually criticized them, called them names, not to insult them because they are, in quotes, elected. A case is where they came up one time and indicated that They met and they went to the government, to Tinubu, President Tinubu, to release Nnamdi Kanu. No, they said they were going to go. They decided. 3 months, 4 months, we didn't hear anything. We sent a public announcement. We published it in newspapers, reminding them of the applause we gave them. We applauded them for that one-time decision in unity. We asked them that for some reason we have not seen the outcome of their meeting. It was kind of sarcastic. Apparently they didn't meet. I don't know what else we can do. Here, you criticize your governors and your leaders. Sometimes they pay attention and do corrections. Hopefully they will see change. But I have told you guys, even at home, that do your best to pray that you have a leader that you are actually elected, not the one that is probably imposed on you. So there's nothing you can do than to preach, advocate, criticize, and applaud whoever has done well. That's all we can do at this point. And hopefully we will get it better before long.
All right. Thank you, Chairman. Let me remind everybody that immediately we end this program, we are going to have another stream where we will have more opportunity to discuss what happened here. Yeah, Chairman, I'm talking to the
damages.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So after this stream, this is the next stream that we are going to have opportunity. So if you don't have the opportunity to ask all the questions you wanted to ask and do all the analysis, you join KJ for that next stream for the analysis so you want to do. But we want to round up this so that our guests can continue with their lives. They are busy people. CM, you're next.
Dr. Damages, can I say one thing, please?
No, please.
Thank you.
We can come back to you. Go ahead, CM.
Thank you. Thank you, Rudolph. Good evening, everybody. Most welcome. I appreciate the opportunity. I welcome our chairman, Dr. Okere, and the deputy, I believe, Mr. Onwukwe. Now, my understanding of World Igbo Congress, they say it's an advocacy group and not an activist group. That role of advocacy, to be honest with you, is really lacking in Igbo land. Because there is no time, I can only advise Dr. Okere, the chairman, when you go back, you replay this conversation you have with us. Take seriously the advice given by the righteous man. He spoke the mind of every Igbo man and woman in the village. The question, his contribution is most profound. Of all the things discussed here, what the righteous man said is really what they thinking, what Ndi Igbo expect of World Igbo Congress. Ndi Igbo do ka ndị enweghị nne na nna, ever since Ojukwu nwụrụ, nobody speaks. World Igbo Congress being in United States, you are at a vantage position to intervene in anything that happens to Ndi Igbo in Nigeria. If they remove an Igbo son or an Igbo daughter from a top position in Nigeria, World Igbo Congress should make an advocacy. They should say something. If they deny Peter Obi of his mandate, World Igbo Congress can call a press conference, go to CNN, attend an interview and tell the world what happened to Peter Obi. World Igbo Congress, do you have the capacity to do it? If they demolish Igbo properties in Lagos, World Igbo Congress can go to BBC anywhere and address the issue. First, you come down to Lagos or anywhere, take the facts, take the pictures, pictorial evidence, address the world. You can do that. You have the capacity to do it beyond measure. But you people have failed us woefully. That's why you cannot succeed in persuading the governors to do what you want them to do. World Igbo Congress, you have the power more than the governors. You are highly regarded. Nnamdi Kanu said it when he addressed you people that the fact that people are in United States is like you are in United Nations for us. but we are not doing it. World Igbo Congress should be the what World Jewish Congress is doing for the Jews. You people are not doing it. Your primary assignment will be what happens in what happens to Igbo land. The moment you hear, even if any kepu, you send a delegation, find the facts, address the world. You don't need to banter to Nigerian government. Rather, they will be saying, if you do this thing now, World Igbo Congress. If you do this thing now, World Igbo Congress will be taking us, will take us to cleaners. The fear Nigerian government should be afraid of World Igbo Congress. That's what you people are. You have more than, is he money? Is he technocrat? What don't you people have in United States of all places, the greatest nation on earth? You people are failing us. So listen to what Righteous Man said. Tabubo, you can start today. That's what we are saying. Onye Junu Jimado, but in this case, Mado no Mado Koro. He said we are not happy. Hapụcha na akọcha ekecha na ama anyị eke na eburu na obi mana ekecha na obi eburu na enete anyị nata na enete ebe ya agwa ụlọ na ya agwa mmadụ nke bụ eziokwu. World Igbo Congress has failed ndị Igbo. If you start today to change, it will be okay. We're not asking for money. Ndị Igbo are not asking for money. To be honest with you, an average Igbo man in Nigeria, we are not asking for money. What we want is join your voice. We make a difference. Don't even come to Nigeria. All what Nigerian government will be afraid of is you tune BBC, you tune CNN, Al Jazeera. Look at World Igbo Congress. That is where you're in. Just when you are talking, they know. And all of us will be proud of you that we have a people to speak for us. All you need is come down and get the evidence. It may take you weeks to travel down, get the evidence, pictorial evidence, record people's voices, show it up. The Nigerian government will be afraid. If what is it called? If our voters PVC are not released, World Igbo Congress should speak for us. That is the only hope in that cage called Nigeria where they are. Without you people abroad speaking to us, they look upon us as if we don't have people. Because Ndi Igbo are the greatest people in the United States, the migrants. You people should know it. So play to your advantage and don't be waiting for us to come and ask you to do no here. You should take the lead in taking it upon yourself that look, how are they suffering? You know, anything you press release Ghana, that is as much as you can. Because that is how Nigerian government will know that Ndi Igbo Ojukwu is no more. Who should have been in Nigeria and be talking? But now there's no other person. So listen to what Righteous Man said. That is my own contribution, and thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, CM, for ending it at this point. Let's hear reactions from the chairman and the vice and their concluding thoughts, and we'll call it a day. Remember, there's a after show where we review what happened here. KJ is ready to host that after this conversation. Chairman. Chairman, you're muted. All right, let's go to Basil, unless you can. You're muted, Chairman. Chairman, we can't hear you. Okay, hold on. Let me help you and see. Again, I can't unmute you. You're muted from your own end. I cannot unmute you from here.
Me?
Okay,
Can
good.
you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it came from your end. I want to thank you, Dr. Damages, for all you do. We appreciate you for what you're doing. Continue to do so. My people who actually participated in this short discussion, thank you for your time and efforts and your concerns. Believe me, we are Igbos to the core. We hear you. Nobody can make you feel inferior without your consent. You know that. Weak is very common. The only problem I can see now is that sometimes you are not really, getting what we are doing. Let me say this in Igbo. When somebody from my neighboring town, maybe Odiko Shia. This is my dialect. I want you to know that Kokoronko, that is our team for this year, is not just the cockcrow. It's a reality. It's a clarion call. We heard you loud and clear. If you want us to come and shout anyhow, well, if that's what you want. But please go to the publications, go to the Nigerian newspapers. You will see that we've been shouting, we're handling the bulls by the horns. We will do our best to make sure that it takes unity, it takes synergy. All the Igbo organizations in diaspora, some of them are listening. We've made a lot of efforts to get us together. We'll do the best we can do. Just do your part, and let's see what happens. God will see us through. Ndibo can never ever be cowed down under any circumstance. God is with us, and they know it. So please keep on trying to pray for the unity of Ndibo, the development of Ndibo, the security of Ndibo. We will have our eyes on the ball. We will do our best and encourage your own brothers and sisters who are all over this place to come together. Let's go back to Onyara one dictum. Let's go back to a wicked dictum. Let's go back to Njikoka, who does my phobia, and we are determined to do it. Thank you very much. And Dr. Damages, one more time, we thank you for what you're doing. We'll be prepared to come back next time. My apologies for the glitches. It's falling, raining cats and dogs here, and sometimes it affects the streaming of this. But at least the little you've had, you've placed faces to the voices. You will hear us at the end of the convention in Boston. Come there and see that united we stand. We can do a lot. Nobody can stop Ndibo. Slavery, the chains of the slavery, something did not stop us, and nothing will stop us. May God bless you all. Thank you for tuning in.
All right. Thank you, Chairman. We appreciate you. Basil, your final thoughts.
Yes. I want to thank my chairman and
hello.
Yes, I want to thank you for making this opportunity with all your busy schedules. And I want to also express my gratitude to Dr. Damages. I think if we can have people, what it costs to keep this stream for this while, and it's an opportunity. He said, who does not tell his story, other would tell it for you. And for a very long time, even those who have not heard from us, they can also confirm this, that a lot of people have been telling our stories. That is what this means. And we promise you one thing, that we will start to tell our own stories. And until then, please do your best. We need participation in Igbo project. We need participation in Igbo purpose, so that at the end, we cannot be defeated. Even when they try, they will not succeed. Thank you so much for making this opportunity for us. And I thank you all because it is not easy. And God bless you all. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Chairman, and thank you, the Vice Chair, and everybody that tuned in today. I appreciate all of you. Those on the comment section, I read all your comments. Those in the studio, I know there were people who had more questions, people who wanted to come in, they couldn't come in. I appreciate all of you. Like I said, after this stream, there's a new one that will start immediately. And we're going to talk more about what we had and what we where to go from there. I will try to join. If there is any question for me, I will be able to answer that. Let me also take this opportunity to thank those that supported this broadcast. Oscar Blackbone, thank you so much for your support. Igbo Basics, thank you so much for your support. We talk about World Igbo Congress and things we want them to do, just like the program. If Nnamdi Ifekando, thank you so much for your support. Sometimes you find that you can't do as much as you want to because of resources. Oria Kutobe, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate all of you. And next week we'll be back with another program and another interesting discussion and guests. Until then, thank you everybody for joining us. We'll see you next weekend. Thank you, Chairman and Vice.
Dr. Damages, they never told us their website.
It's I don't know. I mean, you can Google it. They have a website. I'm sure they have. I was there today and yesterday.
WorldIgboCongress.org.
Yeah, I know they have a website. All right, so let's see at the other end. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Vice. And thank you, CM. Thank you, Okija. Thank you, Righteous Man. Thank you, Igbo Basic. Thank you, everybody that came in. I'll see you guys. Bye.
Onye ọma zoro obi o, akwa nwa zoro obi o, Max ịbịa bunye gokwanụ m n'ofu ube n'azụ ụlaga n'ịbịa zigo, mmanwụ ụlaga do n'ịbịa zigo, akwa nwa ilochi o, biko rapụzo ka ọ nabazi ya. Onye ọma zoro biko, abọmma watara ndasari, ịbịa wunye n'egwana m ụlagado n'ịbịa zigo, mma ụlagado n'ịbịa zigo, abọmma ilochila, biko rapụ zoro ọ na-abazi ya. Mazi welcome up. Odogu no kwere zineka. Onyo mani gadele mo. Mazi ni mazi kama. Ibu go with melody. Odogu nachala noka, izi wande mliga delemo, olagado ni bezigono, ma olagado ni bezigo, amama wilo chilo.